Hello grade 3, how are you? I am Manish from Northern Hill Publication, and today we are going to do the first chapter of our computer book, and this chapter is about recap. Recap means we will revise all the things, all the computer concepts that we have learnt in the previous classes, grade 1 and 2. Okay, we will revise all the things that we have done, like parts of a computer, inputs and output devices, what are applications of computers, and what are the characteristics of computers. Okay, we will learn these things in this chapter. And this is computer. These are the different parts of a computer that we can see. This is the monitor. See the monitor. This is speaker, keyboard, mouse. This is mouse, keyboard, speaker, CPU, CD drive. All the parts of a computer that together makes up the physical parts of the computer. These are all the physical parts of the computer. Okay? And see, what are the functions? What are the functions of these 6 main parts? Okay? So, we will learn about the functions of the 6 main parts of the computer, like monitor. What does the monitor do? See, this is the monitor. What does the monitor do? We see pictures on monitor. We see all the visuals on a monitor. Everything, we watch movies, we play games on a monitor, watch movies. We do our work like write a letter, we see the letter in the monitor. Okay, so everything that we do in a computer, we can see it on the monitor. All the visuals are displayed on this monitor. That is why monitor is also called VDU, Visual Display Unit. Okay? What is this? This is the keyboard. Okay, this is the keyboard and it is used to type data into the computer. See, this is in your book. Keyboard. Keyboard, it is used to type data into the computer. Okay, whatever data we type through the keyboard, we can see it on the monitor. All the data on the computer is typed using keyboard. Keyboard and mouse. This is the mouse. Keyboard and this mouse are a very important device with which we give instructions to the computer, with which we feed the data into the computer, the mouse and the keyboard. Both are very important. Okay? And apart from this, there is also speaker. Speaker is there. What does the speaker do? What does the speaker do? They help us to produce, the sound. The speakers, they help to produce the sound. They allow us to listen to music. What does the speaker do? They help to produce the sound and allow us to listen to music. Then the printer. This is the printer. What does the printer do? Again, printer is used to get the hard copy of the work. Whatever document or picture we want in a hard copy like printout, we can take printout or the hard copy using a printer. The printer gives us the hard copy of our work. Okay, if we take the hard copy, it becomes permanent. We can keep it in file in our home. Okay, so this is printer. Then this is the CPU. CPU. What does CPU do? The CPU stands for Central Processing Unit. It processes all the things that we input by a computer or mouse. CPU stands for Central Processing Unit. It processes all the things that we input by a keyboard or the mouse. But that box is the cover of the CPU. The actual CPU is this. This is a very small device. The actual CPU is a very small device. See it. This is inside the big box. Okay, this small CPU is inside this big box. That is why we call this box also CPU. Okay, these are the important physical parts of the computer. We give instructions to the computer using keyboard and the mouse. We see all the visuals of the computer on the monitor. We hear all the sounds of the computer through the speaker, and we take the printout of the document or picture using a printer, and all the processing work, all the work of a computer is processed by the CPU, the Central Processing Unit, which we also call processor. Okay, so after just looking at these devices, understanding what these devices do, these are the 6 main parts of the computer, main physical parts of the computer. But there are all other parts also. Okay, and here we have divided different parts of a computer into 3 parts. We have divided all the different physical components of the computer into 3 parts. The input device, the processing device, and the output device. Okay, very important thing. We have divided all the different parts of the computer into 3 main parts, 3 main types. The first type of device are all the devices that used to give feed input into the computer, feed data into the computer. How do we feed the data into the computer? Using the keyboard. We feed data into the computer using keyboard, using the mouse. What else? Anything else? See, all these devices we use to feed data into the computer. Keyboard. We write everything using the keyboard. Mouse. We point and select on the computer and click on the computer, give command to the computer using this mouse. Joystick. When we play games on computer, we give the instructions to the characters in our games using the joystick. We just remove the handles and the buttons of the joystick, and all the character in the games will act accordingly. The command we give, they follow the command. And how do we give the command in the games? Using this joystick. This is a scanner. This scanner, what does it do? This scanner will scan all the pictures, all the documents, all the pictures if we have it in hard copy like this. Like I'll show you. See, this is a scanner at the top of the printer. There is a scanner, and the scanner is scanning this picture, and the picture is getting printed here through the printout. What does it mean? It means that a scanner can scan the picture and make the physical picture into digital picture. What is the work of the scanner? The scanner takes the picture takes the copy of the picture. Okay, it scans the picture and makes it into digital picture and send it inside the computer. Feed the picture inside the computer, and from the computer we can save it in the computer, and then we can take a printout of that picture. So the scanner scans any picture and feed it into the computer as a digital copy of that picture. So scanner is also an input device. Okay. Apart from scanner, there is a light pen also. With this light pen you can draw, like on, if you have your iPad, you must have seen iPad. On the iPad we can draw using a pencil, or that is called a light pen. This light pen is used to draw on the digital board, or the iPads, or the tablets, or the touch computers. Okay, so light pen is used to write and draw on the computer. This is also an input device. It feeds data into the computer. The drawing that we make on the computer using the light pen, we can save it into our computer. Okay, and then it is the web camera. Can see this web camera? Web camera is also an input device. Web camera is also an input device. See, I am sitting in front of a web camera. Okay, I am sitting in front of a web camera. The web camera is taking the video of me, and it is taking the video and saving it in the computer. Okay, the web camera is used to take pictures or videos and save it into the computer as the digital copy. It records my voice and my picture and converts it into digital copy and feed it into the computer. From my computer, you can see my video. Once it is saved in the computer, I can share this video with you. But it is the web camera that is recording this video. I am sitting in front of a web camera. So a web camera is also an input device. Got it? So all these 6 devices, the keyboard, the mouse, the joystick, the scanner, the light pen and web camera are input devices. Okay? They send input to the computer. They help us to give instructions to the computer. All these devices that help us to give instructions to the computer are called input devices. Got it? All the devices like keyboard, mouse, joystick, web camera, scanner, light pen, all these devices are used to give instructions to the computer. That is why these devices are called input devices. They give input to the computer. They feed data into the computer. They give instructions to the computer. They input data into the computer. Then what happens after this data is inputted into the computer? I showed you the processor. This is the processor inside the big box. Inside this CPU, the processor, central processing unit that is inside this box. Okay, this is the processor. This processor receives all the input data. The processor, the CPU, the central processing unit, it receives all the data that is inputted into the computer using the keyboard, mouse, joystick, webcam, light pen or scanner. The CPU, the processor, it receives all the data from the input device and process this data. Okay, when your teacher gives you a sum, write the answer of 25 plus 20. The teacher gives you the input. Solve 25 plus 20. You do all the processing. You just solve with 25 plus 20. Then you find a result that is 45. And then you give 45. Okay, then you show your result 45. Then you show your result. Result of your processing. You process the calculation 25 plus 20 and find the result and then give that result. Show that result. In the same way, the input devices gives the data into the computer. The central processing unit, the CPU, processes these data that is fed by the input device. It processes the data and it gives the output. Result. The result is called output. The processor processes the data given by the input devices, process it and gives the result as the output. And how do we see the output? We get the output through the output devices. These are the output devices. Monitor. All the visual data that the processor processes, we see it on the monitor. All the sound data that the processor processes gives the result. All the output, the sound output, we get through the speaker. All the visual output we get through the monitor, and all the hard copy printouts we get through the printer. So the monitor, the speaker and the printer or the headphones. These headphones, when you play the games, you get the sound, you hear the sound. How? Through the headphones. So the headphones, the speaker, the printer and the monitor, all these devices are called output devices. The monitor, the headphones, the printer and speakers, all these devices are called output devices. Okay? All the devices are called output devices. Monitor, printer, speaker or headphones. So the input devices gives the input to the computer. The processing device, the processor, it processes the input, it processes all the data that is given to it by the input device. The process that it processes the data and gives the result, and we see the result on the monitor. We hear the sound result through the speaker or the headphones, and we get the printout result through the printer. So input, process and output. The input devices like keyboard, mouse, joystick, scanner, light pen, web camera. All these input devices gives the input to the computer. The processing device does the processing. This processing device, the CPU, central processing unit, process all the data that is given to it by the input device, and then we get the result or the output through the output devices that are headphones, monitor, speaker, printer. These are output devices which gives us the output or the result after the processor has processed the inputs given by the input devices. Okay? Now, the applications of computer. For what purpose the computer is used? See, for what purpose the computer is being used? For what purpose it is being used? In the school, computer is being used. In the school, computer, you have computer period also, and you do something on computer in school. You write, draw something. Okay, you can write something. So this is the computer period that is going on in the school. And in the school, computer is also used for preparing report cards. Computer is also used for storing students' records and for teaching also. Teachers also teach many things on computer. Even I am recording this video on a computer, and you can see this video and learn. So you are learning on computer. So computer helps us to learn. In school, the computer helps us to learn. For teachers, it is used for preparing the report cards and storing students' records. So computer is of very much use in schools. In hospitals, for what purpose are computer used in hospitals? For keeping record of patients. In hospitals, computers are used for keeping record of patients. Okay, many doctors do operations using computers. Many doctors diagnose diseases and prepare medical reports using computers. So in hospitals also computers are very much useful. In shops, In shops and hotels, you must have seen the shop owners taking out bills, making bills using computers. They also maintain inventories, the price list, print bills, and keep records of customers. Whenever you go to a shop, they will ask for your name and phone number and feed it into the computer so that they can keep a track of you. They can keep a data of you, data of their customers, data of all the products that they have in their shops. Computers are of very much use at home. Whenever you get time at home, see, this is how you play games also at home. We can store address of our friends and relatives on computers. We can play games, listen to music, watch movies, and also study on computers. We can do some paintings and drawings also on computers. Watch movies, listen to music, play games, what not. We do so many things at home on computers. In offices, computers are used for storing records, writing and printing letters, sending emails, etc. So many things computers are used for in office. We make presentations on computers using PowerPoint. We make presentations and we present our ideas in office on computers. So many things in office we do on computers. Almost everything nowadays. The office has become now paperless office, most of the offices, and the work is mainly done on computers. It is reducing the use of paper also. So we are saving trees. We are saving papers, so we are saving trees because trees are used to cut for making papers. In airlines and railways, in the offices of airlines and railways, computer is used for keeping record of the travelers. Online reservations we can make using computers. We can print tickets and keep the track of planes and trains using computers. So even in airlines and railways offices, computer is of very much use for keeping record of travelers, online reservations, ticket printing, and keeping a track of planes and trains. Very useful thing. Almost in all the airlines and railways, you will see that everything is done on computers. All the records are being recorded on computers. All the tickets are getting printed on computers. In banks, everything is done on computers only. You must have visited some bank, and if you have not, go to any bank and you will see that for all the money transactions and maintaining records of customers, only computers are being used. Also helps in withdrawing money through ATMs. We withdraw money through ATMs. What is ATM? ATM is also a computer. Is it not? We use Google Pay and Paytm. What is it? We use it on computers only. The smartphones, the mobile phones are also computers. So we use all our banking transactions nowadays using computers. So computers are very useful thing in banks. For scientific research, it helps in weather forecasting. All the supercomputers, we use supercomputers in weather forecasting. The supercomputers take the data from the air data, the wind data, the storm data, all the data they take from all different places of the world, and then they process this data and give the result how the weather will be in the next few days. So very useful in weather forecasting. These computers are supercomputers. Okay, and computers also helps in designing and controlling rockets, missiles, satellites. So many scientific things are done using computers. Nowadays we control the rockets and missiles and satellites also using computers. We even design them on computers, and we also control them using computers. Very much useful in research and scientific research field. For designing, nowadays everything is designed on computer. Be it your book, I have designed this book on computer. The clothes that you are wearing must have been designed on computers. The aeroplanes and the cars in which you travel are designed on computers. Even your house is designed on computers nowadays. Before making the house, the architect designed the house on computers and show you how the house will look after it gets completed. Computers also help in making animation movies. All your animes are made on computers. All the anime characters that you see, that you watch, your favorites, all are made on computer. Chhota Bheem, it's made on computer. Doraemon, Nobita, all are made on computer. All the animations are made on computers. Very useful thing. Okay? Computer is very useful thing. For learning, it's too good. See, all the children are working on computer, learning computer. See, learning computer is very important. It helps us to learn the drive vehicle, solve math sums, check spelling, make school projects, etc. You should learn computer and learn it well. If you have to do well in your life, learn computer very nicely. Everything is done on computer. You have seen it now yourself. When everything is done on computers, then the whole world is doing their work on computer. You must know it well and very well. So learn computer and learn it very nicely so that you can also contribute in the world. You can also work as everybody is on computer. So for that you will have to learn computer. So learn it well. I am making so much effort to make you understand about different parts and different aspects and different applications of computers. I will also tell you about characteristics of computers. Okay, so let's see some characteristics of computer. It's very interesting. And computers work faster than man. These are the characteristics of computers. Why? See, what do you mean by characteristics? Characteristics means why computer has become so famous. Suddenly, in just 20 years, why has the computer become so famous? Why it is so useful? Why everybody is doing work on computer? Why? What are the features in computer that is helping us so much? What are the different characteristics of computer that is helping us so much that everybody nowadays is on computers? Let's see, what are these characters? Computers work faster than man. Yes, man cannot work as fast as computer. In seconds, computer does everything. Computer does everything in seconds. You give it such a big sum, it will just solve it in seconds. Is it not? So it's very fast. It works very fast. Man cannot work so fast as computer. Computer can make mistake, man can make mistakes, but computer does not make mistake. You can give 1,000 problems to computer to solve. It will solve in minute without making any mistake. If you give 1,000 problem to any person, one or two mistake he or she will do, whether he knows it so well then also. Because we are humans, we can do errors. Okay, we can do errors, but computers cannot make mistakes. We can make mistakes. We are human beings, but computers are machines. Okay, they are instructed in such a way not to make mistakes. So they never make mistakes. And a computer never gets tired, but a man gets tired after some time. Okay, computer will work day and night. You can give computer work day and night, it will not get tired. It will keep on working. Okay, but we get tired. After we work for 1 hour, we will take rest for half an hour or 10 minutes. Just to chill and just to relax so that we can be ready for our next work. But computer, it can work effortlessly 24 hours, 48 hours. They never get tired, but we human beings do get tired. Computer can do the same work again and again without getting bored. Man gets bored doing the same work repeatedly. If the teacher asks you to write something 100 times, you will get bored. Oh, what is the thing? Why should I write the same thing 100 times? I know it so well. But tell a computer to write anything 100 times, within a second it will write it 100 times. It will not get bored. It doesn't know how to get bored. Computer does not know how to get tired. Computer does not know how to get bored and how to get tired because it is a machine. Okay, because it is a machine. Computer can remember many things and it does not forget. But man can forget things he had remembered. You can feed anything in computer, it will remember. Whenever you open it again, you can see it. The computer remembers everything that is in the memory of computer. Everything that you have fed into the memory of computer, the computer will remember all those things. But we cannot. One day before the exam, we study so much that then during the exam, we forget half of the things. If it happens that whatever we study or whatever we see, we remember it every time, we remember it forever, then how good it would have been. Everybody would have got 100 out of 100 in exams because we remember everything. But this does not happen. We are human beings. We cannot remember everything. We will forget some things. But computer is a machine. It remembers everything that you feed into it. All the inputs that you feed into it. A computer can do many jobs at a time. A computer can do many jobs at a time. You can draw paint. You can draw something in the paint program and at the same time you can play some music and listening to music and drawing at the same time. So computer can do many works at the same time. But we can do only one work at the same time. If we are making painting, we will do painting. We cannot do anything else. We cannot just do painting also with one hand and write a letter also with other hand. But computer, it can do painting also and it can write a letter also at the same time. So computer can do so many work at the same time. That is why computer is so important. It has become so popular. These are the different characteristics of computer that has made it so popular. Everybody is working on computer now because it has made our work so easy, so convenient. The only thing that we need is to get computer do the work. This we have to learn. How to make computer do the work? We have to learn this. And this is the only thing we have to do. Rest everything, once we learn computer, rest everything will be done by computers. But it is not like that, that computer is only such great. We human beings are greater than computer. Why? Because we have made computers. Computer has not made us. We human beings have more brains than computer. We can think. We can think. Computer cannot think. Computer can only do what we ask it to do. But we can think on our own and do the work. Computer can only do what we ask it to do, but we can think and do. We can think anything and do. This is the greatness of human being, that we can think. And we can do anything on our own. But computer cannot do anything on its own. It has to get the instructions, the software. Softwares are the instructions that give instructions to the computer to do some work. But we have software in our brain. Our brain think for us and we do. Okay? See, we make mistakes. Computer does not make mistakes, but we learn from our past mistakes and we do not repeat it. But if a computer make mistake, it will keep on making that mistake. If once you have written a wrong instructions and the computer makes a mistake, it will keep on making that mistake. It will not learn from its past mistakes. But we human beings, we learn from our past mistakes. So we are great. We have made computer. Computer has not made us. So these are some of the areas where we are greater than computer. See, limitations of a computer. Man can think and take decisions, but a computer cannot. Man has feelings and emotions, but a computer does not. Man does not need electricity to work, but a computer cannot work without electricity. Man can do his work on his own, but a computer needs command to work. Computer cannot learn from its past mistakes, but a man can. So, who is greater, computer or man? Man is always greater because we have made computers using our brains. Okay? So, but computer is also very useful and it is making our work very convenient, very easy. So we must learn computers, learn everything about computers, and these things are given in your book. You can learn it from the book also. Okay, and if you don't understand anything, any part of the video, just let me know. My phone number is given at the back of the book. Send me a message of about your problem and I will try to solve your problem and message you back. Okay? Chalo. Bye.